On December 5th, we celebrate International Volunteer Day.
Yes.
Tell me, Vincenzo, what do volunteers mean to AFS?
Well, volunteers are the driving force of so many not-for-profit organizations like AFS. AFS exists because of its volunteers. Volunteerism is who we are and what we are.
And how do you think volunteers have shaped AFS as an organization?
Well, AFS is 100 years old. We are celebrating this year in 2015 our centennial anniversary. And volunteers have been so important for AFS from the very beginning. It all started by the courage and the initiative of a few young men from the United States moving to Europe, going to provide humanitarian aid on the battlefields of World War I.
So, looking into the future, beyond AFS, how do you think volunteers will shape the world we live in the next 100 years?
Well, volunteerism has been so important and so effective to address the many and complex issues and problems of the world. But also volunteerism is so important in, let's say, the 2030 agenda of the United Nations, which recognized the role of volunteerism and of non-formal education in achieving, let's say, results for a better world.
Can you tell us how, as an organization, will we be celebrating the International Day of Volunteers?
Well, being a volunteer organization, the International Volunteer Day is so important for AFS. And usually we have, and we had since a number of years, an award which is given to a volunteer who distinguished himself or herself as a particular achiever and a particular dedication in the volunteering of AFS, the so-called Galati Award for volunteer achievement. But this year I am very pleased to announce that we will have 2 additional awards to recognize and value the contribution of our volunteers. One dedicated to youth, so the AFS Youth Award, and the other one dedicated to change making, the AFS Changemaker Award.
Can you tell me more about these 2 new volunteer awards?
Well, the AFS Youth Volunteer Award is dedicated to a young AFS volunteer. We have in our organization nearly 50,000 of active volunteers, and among them there are so many young volunteers, young people, and who are giving great enthusiasm and great passion to the mission of AFS. The other one, the AFS Changemaker Award, is dedicated to a volunteer or a group of volunteers who were particularly effective in implementing projects that really brought an effective change in their community or in the city or wherever they provide their contribution, or that they were particularly innovative in finding new ways to move forward the AFS mission.
So next, we will take a moment to see the winners of the 2015 AFS Volunteer Awards. Vincenzo, any final words for our volunteers?
Well, certainly, Eva. First of all, I would like to congratulate with the winners of the 2015 awards. There are so many volunteers around the AFS network that deserve a recognition, and it is not simple to decide which are the ones that really deserve these awards. So congratulations to the winners. But also thank you. Thank you not only to the winners, thank you to everyone. Thank you to the nearly 50,000 AFS volunteers around the world for their passion, their dedication, the enthusiasm that they are giving to AFS, that they are giving to today's society for a more just and peaceful world.